Some journeys are about reaching milestones, others about creating them. My guest today has done both. Did she say in Irani, "Mana andorta te collector bhail che"?
I will make you a collector's mother was something kind of an adventure at the childhood when I was in school.
Has been recognized at every level with the President's Award, the Prime Minister's Award, and the Chief Minister's Award for Innovation in Governance.
Affected by left-wing insurgency, nationalism. Government's aim is to bring out about transformation of people who are at the bottom of the pyramid. Whenever you occupy the chair, it's not to just decorate that. It is it gives you a lot of ability to create an impact. It's my personal belief that we should always work in the background. There is no need to showcase the work, because the work is a combination of efforts of so many people. One individual is the epitome of whatever happens, but a system works behind that. So that is my understanding.
Some journeys are about reaching milestones, others about creating them. My guest today has done both. An IAS officer of the Odisha cadre with nearly 2 decades of service, he has been at the forefront of some of India's most challenging moments, from leading rescue and rehabilitation during the devastating Mahanadi floods and Cyclone Phelin, to resolving tribal conflicts with compassion and dialogue. His landmark initiatives like Movie Padivi, making Mayurbhanj the first district in India free of out-of-school and child labor children, a model later celebrated by UNICEF and Nobel laureate Kailash Satyarthi. He has empowered thousands to skill development, and under his leadership, Odisha produced India's first world skills gold medalist in water technology. His excellence has been recognized at every level with the President's Award, the Prime Minister's Award, and the Chief Minister's Award for Innovation in Governance. He is also a celebrated author with 2 widely read books, Ma, I Have Become a Collector, and More Odisha Diary, and a TEDx speaker who inspired with his mantra of self-belief and discipline. And just when you think the story couldn't get more extraordinary, he proved his endurance on a global stage by completing the Ironman triathlon, a feat of strength, stamina, and spirit. An officer, a reformer, a writer, a sportsperson, truly a man of many hats, unstoppable energy. Please welcome Mr. Rajesh Prabhakar Patil. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Welcome to our conversation series, The
Thank you.
Briefcase. Sir, you often call yourself as collector's mom as a child, a dream that many may have found implausible. What was the moment when you felt that dream crossed from imagination into reality? And what was your mother's reaction when she truly became collector's mom?
Yeah, so it is a big story. So I'll just cut short for you. Often, in a public life, whenever we say something, or on the top of the roof, we declare and we say that we will do this, or we will do that. So that puts a lot of pressure on you and a responsibility as well to achieve that. And I think to kind of come out of that, to come out like that and say that I will make you a collector's mother was something kind of an adventure at the childhood when I was in school. But slowly, when I progress, then in the school, whenever anyone visiting the school used to ask to all the students that what you all will do, and some will say that I will become doctor, and then I will become engineer and things like that. From that point, it stuck up to my mind, and slowly I started feeling the responsibility, and slowly I started understanding that it is something which can challenge myself. And slowly, as I progress, which I have narrated in the book also, I got interested in the public service, and I look at it as something which is mission for me, for my life. So that slowly became my uh, aim and objective in the life, to work for people. And finally, I decided to write the civil services examination and got through it. So that moment was a kind of a fulfilling moment. When I called my mother from the UPSC, UPSC Bhavan in New Delhi, so she was overwhelmed. She could not believe that finally I made her collector's mother. So it was quite satisfying.
Did she say in Irani, "Mana andorta te collector bhail che"?
Yeah, yeah, you are right. So
Okay.
I spoke with her in Irani only. So you must have read the title of the book, Taimi Collector Vainu.
Yes.
So that is the title of the book, and that is what I uttered in that conversation. So that was quite fulfilling.
Okay. So you also mentioned about your friends telling that they want to either pursue medicine or we want to be engineer. So you couldn't afford medicine or engineering despite scoring well. Do you see that as a limitation or the path nudging you towards the becoming IS?
I think when that those I went through that situation, that situation whereby I was getting the admission in the medical college and engineering college, and still I was not able to join these courses. Uh, Frankly speaking, that time my I was wanting to join the MBBS course and become doctor, but then Destiny had something else in mind. Till that time, the IAS or public service was not something which was like it was not very strongly felt by me. But back of the mind, that responsibility was there, that I was supposed to become doctor or engineer, but now what I will do? So then slowly that resolve start building, that I should do something which is worth, and I will have to do something like that. So that put a lot of pressure on me also, and slowly I found my way. And you may say that that is something which drive me also towards the path where I'm traversing today.
If you hadn't become an IS officer, what alternate career path do you imagine? Like educator, a sports person, a writer? What exactly?
Yeah, I think whenever I was became serious about the profession and something which I will be doing in my life, that time uh, whatever options were there, like joining say the private sector, or joining academics, and then so all these options were there, and then I I was like quite I mean the situation through which I was progressing. I was seeing life from a very close angle, issues, problems of the people, very genuine things which I was observing and living. So that made me felt responsible to respond to that and be part of the solution, whereby I can be of some use to the society. And any other thought was, I started looking at it as a lean and not for me. So that resolve has so many dimensions. It is because of my own evolution as a human being also. So I think that whole process led to this selection of profession and writing this examination.
Sir, do you remember your very first official task as a new officer? What was it, and how did it feel to step into a set of new responsibilities on your very first day?
Yeah. So, as an IAS officer, we went through 2 years of training, and almost 1 year is basically in the IAS academy, and there are courses which are planned for the candidates, and then almost 1 year is in the field where we are attached to one district, and there we have to kind of learn the administrative setup, what kind of work they do, and then there is component of on-job training. So I was posted as a block development officer in the Ganjam district where I received my training. So that was kind of first official assignment, and I was like, it was you have a image of the office, and then when you enter into the office, this kind of setup and all that. So first thing I did was to clean up the mess there, the, the cabin of the video, and then there was there was no public toilet in the premises for the people, so I did that, and then I tried to automate things and all that. Whatever was pending, because it was only 3 months, so not much was there. So I uh, but I got the flavor of the actual work assignment and responsibility. I was signing the checks and uh, orders, so that was quite exciting.
You just mentioned about cleaning the mess, and also there was no facility of the public toilets, which is a, a basic need. So, what was in your mind when you faced something like that? And you must have imagined that my office would be something going to be a really nice, posh, and with all the basic amenities. And when you faced the reality, what was going on in your mind?
Yeah, definitely, I think it is the responsibility of the head of the office to ensure that there is a good working environment for your employees, the colleagues who are working with you, and then uh, while people, since my job is related with the public service, a lot of people visit the offices. So for them also, it has to be quite an experience in terms of minimum basic uh, infrastructure and all that. So that way, I think wherever I was posted, I first kind of look into my office how everything is dealt, starting from the grievances, starting from the disposal of the complaints, starting from disposal of all the work, whether it is done in time, whether there is reviews and things like that. I think so. That is the crux of any public office, where if the basic things are not happening properly, there is no supervision, monitoring, then whatever you do, the efficiency goes down. So that protocol I kept wherever I was posted. Yeah.
Sir, the life after becoming an IS officer, beyond the prestige, what was the biggest shift in your daily rhythm and responsibilities?
Yes, I think there is a lot which change when you, even if I was at the I was holding the first posting where I become subdivisional magistrate. There also, like a lot of people, they were uh, I mean working with me, and there were senior officers, class one officers like tahsildars, BDOs, my own office staff. So, like how you feel responsible. You feel that every day you should make some difference. You try and imagine that whatever is not happening, how to make it happen, and things like that. So I look at it that way. Whenever you occupy the chair, it's not to just decorate that. It is to it gives you a lot of ability to create an impact. So that impression is still with me, and that is the driving force wherever you work. And then the possibilities are innumerable, and I have seen that many times things happen because of your initiative, your drive, and that I mean the building the team, inspiring them, setting the task, reviewing that on regular basis. All this is possible because of your own imagination and your one own hard work also. It's so uh, that I mean something which you uh, initially think that you what all you can do. There is lot which was unfolded after joining the service. So naturally, lot change, and it changed for the betterment.
Okay. Sir, talking about your journey from Maharashtra to Odisha, you grew up in Maharashtra but have spent your career in Odisha. What similarities and differences do you see between the lifestyle, the cuisine, and the culture from both states?
Yeah, I mean, see, Maharashtra and Odisha, they are totally different in terms of many things, and there are similarities as well. And both the states, they have evolved over the period of time with the history. So naturally, people's their behavior, their ethos, and many things they reflect that. In case of Maharashtra, we are fortunate enough to be exposed to the new ideas, exposed to things which are new to the world very early in terms of compared to other states. Like a lot of invasion happened, so new ideas came, like the social awakening, religious awakening started from 12th century with the uh, like the Sant Jnaneshwar and Sant Tukaram and people like that. So likewise, the Maharashtra was seat of Maratha kingdom, which almost ruled the whole India for almost a century. So after, I mean, Britishers also like the socio-religious reform movement, and then I mean, the freedom struggle. Maharashtra gave the leadership, and then people like Shah Maharaj, Phule, Ambedkar, these people, they did the churning of the society. So that has a impact, direct impact on the, uh, I mean, the way people um, can be perceived today in Maharashtra. So we are way ahead in terms of many things like industrialization, our growth in cooperatives, then the growth of cities, income generation, and things like that. So compared to that, Odisha is little remain aloof, uh, and the foreign influence came as late as say the Aurangzeb, and after that also Britishers they came very late in Odisha. So, but other things like the culture, the their traditional dance, culture, literature, it's quite developed. So I think now things are evolving very fast. So likewise, cuisine also, and the way people the entrepreneurship skills and things like that. So there is difference. Both have few aspect they are very strong. Uh, so I think it is something which I'm fortunate that I could get an experience of working in Maharashtra as well as and while working in Odisha. So both the states are great states.
Sir, you talked about social reformers and historians in Maharashtra. In the land of Odisha, which made Ashoka the conqueror to Ashoka the compassionate, do you also see that in the land of Odisha?
Definitely, if we see the ancient Odia history, then it was a place which was full of stories in terms of people going out and establishing the trade routes towards uh, Southeast Asia, and even the kingdom which was formed in the Indonesia and those areas. They have roots from Odisha. So now also there is a this festival Bali Jatra is celebrated, which is dedicated to the voyage which was being made by the Udia people at that point of time. And some of the rurals like Kharbela, they are quite famous in terms of their, victories and expanding the kingdom towards down south. And we are aware about the Sun Temple and the temple architect. So Odisha was that time was a golden period in Odisha, and people, I mean, the kind of achievements the Odia society has achieved during that point of time can be the reflections of that can be found in present Odisha as well.
Sir, you have served both in Odisha and Maharashtra, leading smart city projects and tribal districts. How different is it running modern urban corporation versus rural insurgency affected areas?
Yeah, I would say as a administrator, both the places they challenge my abilities as an administrator to give solutions to both the kind of problem. Like the tribal district is wherever I have worked, like the district of Koraput, Kandhamal, and Mayurbhanj. So these districts were when I was working that time, they were affected by left-wing insurgency, Naxalism, and there were a lot of issues of delivering services and taking the development to the people. So that was a different challenge altogether. But when I was working in Maharashtra as a municipal commissioner, as you know, the cities are growing, problems are, the expectation of people is very high. And when I was working there, that time the COVID was at the peak. So that was a different challenge altogether. So I would say that as an administrator, since ours is a very diverse country, and the problems, their intensity and the diversity varies from place to place. So both the places were equally challenging to me as an administrator.
You have shared stories of rescuing children from labor and sending them back to school. Was there any child story that has stayed with you? And would you like to share it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that time, as you mentioned, it was between 2013 to 2016. My team, we were working in a mission mode to send every child to the school. And we could find out more than 5,000 children who were irregular in going to school. And in that, almost 500 children were, they were child labor. So we sent all of them to school, and for the child labor children we devise a very innovative mechanism to help their family, try and do their counseling, and then create a environment where they will be they will feel like again going to school and things like that. So there was a child who was rescued at the age of 14, at the border of his adolescent age. But he was very active, lot of energy. But because of the family issues, he could not go to school. So he completed his 10th. Then we sent him to a multi-skill center. And afterwards, he also joined one private company. And whenever you used to come back to his village, he used to call me and share his pleasantries. So I am in touch with that boy, and that is something I feel, you know. something which an opportunity in terms of changing the lives.
Sir, many of your initiatives like Movie Padibi and Ready to Eat meals are deeply people centric. Do you think these are your own struggles which has given you ability to see policy through the eyes of the poor?
Definitely, when you come from that background, you see life from a very close angle. You understand uh, issues related with poor in a better way. So that way, I think my journey from my background helped me. But when you sit on the chair, you come across all issues. It's not that you will come across issues pertaining to certain section of society, but you develop better understanding in giving solutions, understanding the problem of uh, those sections where you are exposed to, and you have better understanding. So that way, my background certainly helped me to prioritize kind of interventions which I did throughout my uh, career as a bureaucrat. And I feel fortunate. And generally, government and in a welfare state, government's aim is to bring out about transformation of people who are at the bottom of the pyramid. So naturally, for them, working was a joy, and then understanding and giving solution to their issues was very natural to me.
Sir, you just talked about the pyramid from ground to the top. Your work on child labor has been praised by the Nobel laureate Kailash Satyarthi and highlighted internationally. How do you see the link between the ground reality and the global recognition?
See, I think when you work, you don't work for any recognition or anything. These are all incidental thing which keep happening, but it does motivate you. It does drives you to you know move ahead with much more concrete resolve. So, but having said that, I think challenges remain there, and we being a very vast country uh, and the huge population, naturally, uh, I mean, innumerable number of challenges are there. So there is always scope to create difference. People will always be would like to improve their lives. Their expectation will always be high. So you get a lot of opportunities all along. So recognition does kind of motivate you, but after certain a point of time in your career, it doesn't matter much to you whether your work is recognized or not. You keep on going, and there is a stage when it makes difference. But certainly, I think uh, there is need for good works to get recognized, people getting appreciated, and then others getting motivated and replicating the ideas if they are worth replicating.
Sir, you have conceptualized ideas like a rapid monitoring system and gravity based water supply, wall of kindness. Where do such innovations come from? Like ground reality, ground feedback, or just belief in simplicity?
I think when you go deeper into any problem, you realize that the solution doesn't fit into the set um, programs or set capacities you have. So you have to devise something which is innovative and still giving some solution. So I think whenever uh, I have joined, I have identified the issues and focus on certain issues which are very important for the people and futuristic, which are transformative. And in that journey, you have to kind of innovate and try and identify solutions for the issues. You cannot say that I won't be able to do anything for that. I think that attitude uh, is not good for the administrator. He has to find out, always keep and try and find out solutions. So that way, a lot of these kind of innovations I have done throughout my career. And I think I spend very little time in routine works, and then gives a lot of time in thinking about these issues which affect that assignment and that kind of job, and then trying to give some solutions to that.
In Mayurbhanj, you conducted elections peacefully for over 1.5 million voters in insurgency affected areas. How do you manage law and order risks with such sensitive areas with the democratic duty?
Yeah, I think see, our country uh, and our democracy is time tested, and the institutions like elections, they have very set procedures, and you need to be doing everything in time, doing things with abundant precautions, working as a team, and exploring all possibilities for resolving issues if they are existing, and then coordination and things like that. If they are properly adhered to, I think the result is always good. And I feel fortunate that in all challenges, this approach of mine has helped me. And it was never a single man's job in the administration. It is always the teamwork, and it is up to you how to uh, you know uh, kind of create a atmosphere where people will become leaders, and they carry forward the message. That is very important.
Sir, between the spoken ideals and the slog of administration, what has been the biggest surprise or the mismatch on what administration looks like on the ground?
Well, it is the ideal and the reality always varies. But I would say that in the administration, you have to take everything to your stride, and sometimes you get frustrated. Sometimes you feel that nothing much can be done, but the next moment you get the glimpse of what can be done, and that is something which keeps on driving. So I would say that it is always a mixed bag, and one has to see that it is you are positive, and you always keep trying for the best possible solution and scenario for the people, optimize the greatest public good, and keep working to address the issues, and uh, kind of come up to the expectation of the people.
Sir, do civil servants have to maintain close relationships with politicians? And where's the line between compromise and collaboration?
Very good question. I would say, uh, if we look at the structure of our democracy and the role which the political executives they play, then certainly uh, I mean the bureaucracy has to kind of understand that very clearly, and sometimes you need to I mean understand the constraints as well. But in my career, I have seen that with proper communication, with proper understanding of issues, uh, and your own uh, ability to convince the political executives, negotiation, negotiating with them for the good ideas and better solutions. People are quite reasonable. They understand, and sometimes it is I would say you have to take it to your tried and see that the scenario is going to be like that. So how would you respond to that? And I have very good memories of very good political people supporting good ideas, uh, and then not I mean convincing them uh, wherever I felt and I was convinced that this has to be done, and they agreeing to that. So it is always a trade-off that sometimes you don't get very touchy with the small things, but see the bigger picture and work towards achieving the optimizing the people's benefit. So once that clarity is with you, I think it helps in navigating.
Sir, social media has created celebrity bureaucrats. Do you think this dilutes the transparency or it enhances one?
No, I think social media is, I mean, it is kind of a mix of everything. So some people do use it for their own benefit. But on the other side, I would say that positively, if we look at it, then it's a very powerful tool to reach out to people. If you have to communicate things in a very positive perspective, good ideas, programs of the government, activities, and wherever you need people to understand, get educated, and then respond to what the administration is doing. But in that, there is a line which is there where the personal propaganda and the public good or public benefit which we need to draw for ourselves. And it's my personal belief that we should always work in the background. There is no need to showcase the work, because the work is a combination of efforts of so many people. One individual is a epitome of whatever happens, but our system works behind that. So that is my understanding.
What are some hidden facets of bureaucracy, the part that public never sees, both frustrating and rewarding?
I think there are many things which public never actually comes to know. And for that matter, I have written this book called More Odisha Diary, which throws light as to what is administration is all about, how an administrator look at things and all that. So many times people expect the result of uh, some of their queries and issues, and many times they kind of expect that things to happen fast and things like that. But then in the system, things work in a very different way. Sometimes it does take time, and uh, even with your best intention, it takes, you are not in a position to deliver or do things the way people desire. So that is one aspect. The other aspect is the kind of pressure, the uh, forces which work in the background uh, to make things happen or not to make things happen. So that is again is not very I mean the public it's not available for people to understand and all that. But I would look at this in a very positive way. I think um, as a bureaucrat, I would want people to be more educated about things, more I mean understanding the context, and then contributing, helping in whatever ways possible. So that way, there are many things which are not known to them, but certain aspect in certain ways people can help to I mean fast track things. So it's a very complicated thing, I would say.
Sir, do you think officers from privileged background who haven't faced grassroots struggles, they approach service differently than those like you who have lived through the poverty?
No, I would put it in a different way. I think not necessary that someone who is coming from a underprivileged background, he would be uh, more effective in addressing the problem. Of course, he would have better understanding of issues, but to be able to deliver, I think it needs much more than just understanding issues. You have to be you have to be courageous. You have to be compassionate. You need to uh, devise mechanisms to uh, kind of make things happen on the ground. So that these skills are not private to someone who comes from this background or that background. It's a professionalism in which matters, and it is much more than just a background. I think someone who is coming from a very privileged background as well, if his approach is good, he is more compassionate and understand things and drives things fast. He is able to deliver much more better than someone who is struggling to deliver.
You have authored two books, Ma, I Have Become a Collector, and More Odisha Diary. If you write third one, what theme would you explore?
Yeah, I think it will be in chronology of that. Like I love narrating my own experience, and I'm contemplating to write a book on my experience in Maharashtra. And in future, I will keep writing about issues which are relevant to the public, and the understanding of that helps public in a positive way. So I will think of writing depending on the availability of time and the future assignments.
Sir, talking about your fitness journey, you are the first officer from Odisha services to finish an Ironman triathlon. How much was it to set an example for others versus how much of it was a personal challenge?
Yeah. So, like the sports and fitness is very close to my heart, and I have been pursuing that since my childhood. So this came as something which I've been pursuing for last 3 years, the endurance sports. And last year I completed Ironman 70.3, and still I'm preparing for that. So naturally, on one side, I would say it's my personal like achievement in terms of fitness. But yes, as a public figure, public person who is working in a public domain, people do notice that, and it does positively, help some people to get motivated. And I think that is it, and I'm happy about that. That it is people do talk about it, and I think there is need for everyone to be fit, and it enhances your efficiency, your productivity, and much more.
So,
Yeah.
taking inspiration from your journey of finishing Ironman triathlon, how many officers from your offices or from your premises have been asking for tips to opt for this challenging competition.
Yeah, so that way I think it is always, there will be more enthusiastic people, but very few will carry it forward. So that way, but I look at it in a very positive way that uh, people do recognize that you work in such a with such a busy schedule, still find time. So they look at themselves and try and see how they can try and change. So I have seen some people starting doing some workout, and so that puts some kind of a moral pressure on others.
Oh, okay.
I would say.
Yeah, sir, your job involves long hours of working and heavy responsibilities. How did you manage time for training for Ironman triathlon, and what trade-offs did you make?
No, I think any commitment that way needs a lot of discipline and your motivation to pursue it. So does this. So I take out time, I plan my day in that way. So the starting from eating to sleeping, then when you know that you have these many hours to sleep, these many hours to work, then you become much more productive and efficient in that. So that way, I think it's very much doable. And initially, maybe it was difficult. Sometimes it's not possible, but then next day you again go back to your routine and start doing that. So the amount of discipline which is needed also helps you to be disciplined in other aspect of your life. So that way, it is quite, I mean, enriching, I would say.
Outside of administration, books, and triathlons, what's one quirky hobby that people don't know about you?
Yeah, after that, I hardly get much time, but yes, I spend a lot of time in, say, I like food, various kind of food. So I'm little foodie. So whenever I get time, I will enter into the kitchen and try and experiment something. So that is one thing which I try and pursue. Then I also like traveling. So whenever I get opportunity, I do venture out. And then like sitting with your old friends, remembering them, calling them. So it's a something which is not exactly an hobby, but kind of connecting your uh, people. That is also something which I do on a regular basis. So that is that. So these are maybe not very hobbies in a strict sense, but yes, I keep doing that.
You just mentioned about being a foodie. So, between Jalgaon's Bhakris and Odisha's Dalma, which feels like a comfort food today?
Yeah. So Odisha is basically Odisha cuisine is very diverse, very different than what we eat in Maharashtra. But yes, very healthy also. A lot of vegetables these people use. So I like both. But since childhood, I'm used to having jawar bhakri. So I love it. So whenever I get opportunity, I would go for it. Mostly in the evening, I take jawar bhakri. Yeah.
Sir, as a civil servant, you must have received some unusual or funny requests from citizens. What's one such incident would you like to share with us, which still makes you smile? Some unusual, funny request
Yeah.
from the citizens.
There are many. In fact, when I was till recently, I was working as municipal commissioner Bhubaneswar. So people would in that position. Sometimes people get very frustrated and they don't know what to do, and people maybe the system doesn't respond to them. So, uh, I mean, used to receive many calls whereby people would complain about very trivial things directly to the commissioner. So there are many occasions where I'm not able to recall one occasion, but there are many occasions. Even whenever their personal problem will also people will share. Sometimes they would say in the end that, I know this is not your work, but we hope that you will resolve this. So you have to understand their expectations and uh, try and do whatever you can. I think that is the way I look at it.
Sir, talking about the preparation for aspirants who are stuck in repeated attempts of this examination. So, what's your honest advice for them that when should one persist for this examination or one should opt for other meaningful careers?
I think back of your mind, you have to have some plan, and some people would say that you have to have plan B or something, and then you should visualize all scenarios, and you should not live in the illusion that you know uh, you will clear or you will pass this examination. Uh, I mean, you may pass, but suppose if you don't get cleared, then what is that you are going to do? So I think that once you have a clarity and you are ready for the result on both the sides, then it makes your life much more easy. You are free from that burden, and I mean, even if it looks very difficult, but this preparation and I think the options, they have to be there. Otherwise, you keeps on going without improvements. And sometimes you get the signals that your preparation is not going anywhere, and you are making the same mistake. So I think it is the framework of the examination which one needs to understand. And if we are not fitting into that, then we should say bye bye and do something else where maybe we can do something better. So it's very realistic call which one has to take. There is no clear cut answer to this, but I think once we sit down and uh, kind of look into everything, we can find all answers. So that is what I believe.
So, coming to the last sequence from today, this is the last question. And, sir, what's your one message to young dreamers and aspirants watching this Briefcase, the conversation series, who are struggling with failures but still daring to believe? What's
Yeah.
your one message for them?
Yeah, I think the time when I was preparing for the examination and the times now, there is sea difference. The opportunities which are available today, they were very limited before, say, the uh, maybe the 25 years back, when I joined the service, or the time when I thinking about the service and preparing for the service. So naturally, I would like the youngsters who are preparing for the examination to be much more, holistic in their approach, and kind of evaluate the other opportunities as well. But once you are convinced, no, this is what I want to do in my life, then I think this is really a great area to contribute for the society. And once you decided about it, I think no one can stop you. So be committed, be very realistic, and very focused. So that is something which is eternal truth in any profession. Without the hard work and the focus, approach, and improving in your own uh, way of preparation by improving yourself is something which is key to the success. So if you have that within you, you really want to come to the civil services.
Thank you, sir, for this conversation.
Yeah, thank you for inviting. Thank you so much.